Welcome to Mind Shift, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating world of psychology and how it shapes our everyday lives. I'm your host, Ollie, and today we're exploring one of the most intriguing aspects of human behavior, habits. Did you know that over 40% of our daily actions aren't decisions, but habits? These unconscious routines influence everything from what we eat to how we interact with others. But what exactly are habits, and how can we harness their power for personal growth? At their core, habits are automatic behaviors triggered by specific cues in our environment. Charles Duhigg, author of The Power of Habit, describes a habit loop consisting of 3 parts: the cue, the routine, and the reward. Let's break that down. The cue is the trigger that sets the habit in motion. For example, seeing your phone light up might cue you to check your notifications. The routine is the behavior itself, like scrolling through social media. And finally, the reward is the sense of connection or distraction you feel, reinforcing the cycle. This loop explains why habits are so persistent. They're tied to our brain's reward system. But the good news? We can reprogram these loops. Research shows that with intentional effort, we can replace unhealthy habits with positive ones. It's not about breaking habits, but reshaping them. So, how do you start? Step 1 is to identify the cue. Maybe you notice that stress triggers your habit of late-night snacking. Once you pinpoint the cue, step 2 is to experiment with alternative routines that satisfy the same need. Instead of grabbing chips, you might try taking a short walk or practicing deep breathing. Finally, don't forget the reward. Your brain needs to feel good about the change. So choose something that feels satisfying, whether it's a sense of accomplishment or a tangible treat, like a favorite tea. Remember, habits don't change overnight. Psychologists say it takes an average of 66 days to form a new habit. But with consistency, small changes can lead to transformative results. That's all for today's episode of Mind Shift. If you enjoyed this dive into the psychology of habits, don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with someone who could use a little inspiration. Join me next time as we uncover more ways to understand the mind and live our best lives. Until then, take care and keep growing.